Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Righto, it's Thursday morning. We are more than halfway through this week. Our teacher for this week is Wayne Dyer. And I've got quite a long piece to share with you today. So let's dive right in. Get right to it. The message from today's meditation sounds like this. Being a living, breathing organism on Earth means that we will be in constant contact with an ever-changing environment around us. And we can expect that to always be true. We will always be in contact with an environment that is ever-changing, never stays the same. Hey, Sunmuddy, good morning. And what sets us clearly apart from all other organisms is how we have access to a lot more choice in our ability to respond to our environment, but only if we actually exercise that choice. And that's pretty clear, right? Most other organisms, for the most part, they have a pretty hardwired response to the environment. The environment does this, they respond in that way. And we are clearly different. We have an environment that's constantly changing, and our ability to respond to the constantly changing environment is pretty limitless. We have an endless amount of choice in how we want to respond, but only if we exercise that choice. We have two modes in our interaction with the world around us. One mode is unconscious and one mode is conscious. It's like we have, to me it feels a bit like a game, like something like Minecraft. We have survival mode and we have creative mode. We can respond unconsciously purely from survival, or we can respond consciously from a space in our brain that's a lot more creative. So let's dip into the unconscious part first. Unconscious, this doesn't mean physically asleep, but maybe something like emotionally asleep, perhaps spiritually asleep, unaware. In this mode, it's like we're on autopilot, reacting to our environment from a collection of old patterns formed by our past experience, and like a sequence of if this then that. And in unconscious mode, that's pretty much how we operate. Hey Anthony, good morning, it's good to see you, man. In this unconscious mode, we are unaware of the trigger of some old messaging waking up within us. Our reaction has the feel of authenticity. It feels right to act this way because repetition has created a familiarity. Hey Linda, good morning, happy Thursday to you. But in this mode, this unconscious mode, we're not exercising any choice at all. Every reaction has been predetermined by a past experience. And we could be stuck in this unconscious mode without knowing it forever. Leshna, very good morning, it's good to see you. So how about the conscious mode? Becoming aware of the repetitive nature of our thoughts and reactions wakes us up to a wider set of possibilities. Taking a step back and seeing how the same old thought triggers the same old emotion, which triggers the same old compulsion to run, fight, hide, numb out. In this conscious mode, we have the space to exercise choice. Do I want an old pattern to control me, or do I want to try a new response? So Wayne Dyer has a couple of thoughts along these lines too, and I'll share them with you. He says, no one can create negativity or stress within you. Only you can do that by virtue of how you process your world. It is the view you have of you, it is the view you have of your environment that creates the negativity or stress within you. No one else can cause it within you. He says, cultivate your own garden. That's such beautiful advice. Focus on you, focus on cultivating your garden. And then let go of your tendency to examine and judge how others cultivate their gardens. Let them cultivate their gardens. Catch yourself in moments of gossip about how others ought to be living, and rid yourself of thoughts of how you think they should be doing it this way, or how they have no right to live and think as they do. Stay busy and involved in your own projects and pursuits. Focus on cultivating your garden, and don't make others' gardens your business. This is really powerful. Wayne Dyer says, "That which offends you only weakens you." I love that so much because of just how true it is. That which offends you weakens you. Being offended creates the same destructive energy that offended you in the first place. So transcend your ego and stay in peace. The moment you get offended, you've tuned into exactly the same frequency as the thing that offended you. The moment you get offended, you are living in the same wavelength as that thing that offends you. You've just brought yourself down to its level. Transcend your ego, says Wayne Dyer, and stay in peace. The last thought from him says, "Heaven on earth is a choice that you must make, not a place to find. It comes by decision." It might take no more than a few breaths for you to step out of an old program and see that you have access to more possibilities than you first believed to be true. Today's meditation journey is a practice of first finding the calm clarity within you that you always have access to before you choose how you will respond. We're doing I Am the Mountain today. First find the calm clarity within ourselves, then choose. And then it's a choice how to act. So if you're ready, you can close your eyes and let's float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, feel yourself grow from your core, expanding outwards in all directions, growing bigger and bigger as you inhale until you have a belly full of air. When you let that go, soften. As you exhale, soften your spine, Slump down your shoulders and drop your head. Imagine for a moment what the presence of a mountain feels like. We have all had at least some opportunity to walk, hike, climb in the presence of a mountain. We have at least some idea of what that presence feels like. Just imagine that you could embody that presence and sit as a mountain. An unmoving presence since the beginning of time, and going on still. If you could sit as the presence of a mountain, you'd be able to see across the ages and see everything come and also mostly everything go. We find it difficult to sit and focus on the small cycle of a tide pushing out into the land, up and down back into the ocean. To be the witness to that cycle, or the very short cycle of night and day, sitting outside and witnessing a sun rising and a sun setting, a moon rising and a moon setting. We have trouble focusing on one small cycle. But imagine if you had the privilege of seeing across an endless number of cycles. What would you have seen come? And what would you have seen go? If you had this insight like the mountain has, would it give you a sense of what is really important and what is just not? I want to remind you that your soul is an immovable presence, just like this mountain. Your soul does not have a shelf life, and it too has seen it all come, and most of it go. We can find this mountain within us, this ability to find calm and clarity even in the middle of a storm. You don't ever have to go far for that wisdom. You always have access to it. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together. And also we'll help our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness settles into every muscle of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper and deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own. Sorry, I'm skipping ahead. We have softened our bodies, and we've softened our bodies into a state of presence as much as we are able to for the moment. Now, we can turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our meditation. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, this is a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a long, slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, make it the longest, slowest exhale you possibly can. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slowly settles into every muscle of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow of your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling, feel your body slowly softening, and feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. Now you can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring to your mind again the picture of the mountain you are embodying. Take your next big breath. We're going to have as much fun with the image of the mountain as possible first. I'd like to invite you to be as open and as playful with this as possible. The better you are able to create vivid imagery, the lower your brain waves are. The lower you get your brain waves to be, it's almost like when you dream and you see things that aren't quite realistic. You're being given access to more of your subconscious, the deeper your visualization goes. So with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, zoom out from your mountain. Do a fly around your mountain and notice with curiosity how much of your mountain is covered in vegetation and how much of it is rocky. Take your next big breath. then we bring our attention to specifically the plants on your mountain. Find a plant on your mountain and zoom in and see if you can find its seed. Take a moment to pay specific attention to the seed of this plant. Watch it drop on the ground and germinate and create a new little green baby plant. Dip into your imagination and visualize this whole process happening. Take your next big breath. Then shift your attention to the animals of your mountain. See if you can find a baby animal. See if you can study all of its detail and watch its mother feeding it. Take your next big breath. Then shift your attention to the birds of your mountain. Find a nest with baby birds. Study their detail deeply and watch their mother feed them. Take your next big breath. Then sit embodying this mountain. this mountain which holds all of the life you've just witnessed. What does it feel like to be this mountain, to feel the sun shining on your surface and breathe in fresh air? How does your mountain feel? Take your next big breath. And then what about when the clouds roll in and the light from the sun gets blacked out? Now your mountain sits in the shade, and then it starts to rain, and on the surface of your mountain water drops splash, turning into rivulets and streams. How does your mountain feel about this? How does the mountain in you feel about sitting in the rain? Take your next big breath. And when the sun goes down and the wind picks up and rain turns into storm, the face of your mountain is being lashed with wind and water. There is pitch black darkness and noise and the occasional stab of a bright lightning strike. How does your mountain feel? How does your mountain feel about sitting in the middle of a storm? Take your next big breath. We have learned, and your mountain certainly knows, that a new day always breaks again, face of your mountain is touched gently by the first rays of sunlight. How does your mountain feel about breathing in this fresh, new air? Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release. Make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release. Feel how softness slowly settles into every cell of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you again these words from Wayne Dyer. He says, "No one can create negativity or stress within you. Only you can do that by virtue of how you process your world. Cultivate your own garden and let go of your tendency to examine and judge how others cultivate theirs. Catch yourself in moments of gossip about how others ought to be living and rid yourself of thoughts about how they should be doing it this way or how they have no right to live and think as they do. Stay busy and involved in your own projects and pursuits. That which offends you only weakens you. Being offended creates the same destructive energy that offended you in the first place. So transcend your ego and stay in peace. And heaven on earth is a choice that you must make. It is not a place that you must find. It might take us no more than a few breaths to step out of an old program and see that we have access to more possibilities than we first believed to be true. When you find the mountain in you, it's not possible to get offended, because the mountain in you sits in the middle of the storm and still is at peace. When we find this place of peace, then we can choose. Is there something to act on, or do I just let it go? And then if you choose to act, you're acting from an empowered place. You're allowing wisdom to choose which action to take. But if we don't find this place first, this mountain within us first, then we're always acting from an old program. It's an old pattern, well-worn old pattern that wakes up and takes over control. And while we might think we're exercising free will, when we're acting from that old pattern, it's never freedom. We are captured by our past, and our past continues to control our present and our future. Find the mountain in you first. And then every action comes from wisdom. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for having discovered the mountain in me. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for seeing so clearly this truth in Wayne Dyer's words. When I get offended, I'm vibrating as the same thing that offended me. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for tuning in to that essence within me that can sit in the middle of a storm and be at peace. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for tuning in to this mountain in me that has seen it all come, seen most of it go, and has an idea of what is important and what is just not. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for bringing your mountain into our circle today. Thank you for finding that eternal wisdom in you too. And obviously, being human, it means we tend to not permanently live on that mountain. But perhaps we get better at reminding ourselves when things feel a little bit rough to take a walk to that mountain, sit down there, take a few big breaths, and be reminded of the mountain in you. I love your comment, Maggie. A mountain made of amethyst crystals this morning. My word. What a beautiful image. Thanks, Maggie. Thank you, Sunmari and Linda and Anthony and Leshna and anyone else that might still be in the background. Have a beautiful day. Hope you feel yourself be on that mountain the whole day today. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.